Well, first day I got kicked out.
My agent called and said, "Hey, Cubs just selected you." I was like, "Yeah, I just saw it." So we used to have to look on the internet.
Yeah. We never seen a paper nail. I didn't know if it was nails in it or not.
Got me chills with that. Wow. What?
Did you even think you were going to make the team?
No.
Jersey doesn't really fit me. There's no name on my jersey.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to the Let's Rain podcast presented by Cincy Light, Cincinnati's light beer. I'm Dan Hoard, broadcasting from the LLH Healthcare Studio, and we've got a Bearcat baseball edition of the podcast coming up for you today. Jordan Bischel's Bearcats are having a tremendous season. It appears they are on their way back to the NCAA tournament. It'll be the first time ever that Cincinnati has gone to the NCAA tourney in back-to-back years. And we are going to meet a couple of sophomores having tremendous seasons on this podcast. First baseman Quinton, who is in the top 10 nationally in home runs. He has set Cincinnati's single-season record for home runs this year. And outfielder Derrick, who has become a regular on SportsCenter for his spectacular defensive plays. He's also having a great year at the plate. This is the Let's Rain podcast, and as always, we remind you to like, rate, and subscribe. Now, before we get to Quinton and Derrick, a few words from our partners on this podcast. Whether you are chasing ambitious training goals or just starting your wellness journey, the current Smart Ring from Kalo tracks your sleep, vitality, and activity so you can perform your best every day. Learn more at kalo.com. Curiosity is a good place to start, and the University of Cincinnati's online programs are designed for exploration with experienced faculty and a Bearcat community that supports learning on your terms. See what feels right at online.uc.edu. A chance to get to know two Bearcat baseball players in their sophomore years having great seasons. Outfielder Derrick and first baseman Quinton. Let's take it back to how you became Bearcats. Derrick, let's start with you. What was the recruiting process like for you, and how did you wind up choosing Cincinnati?
Oh, man, my recruiting process was a little bit different than everybody else's. I kind of got on late. I never got, my real first offer until my last tournament of my last summer circuit in high school. And Coach Kyle Pederudo, love the guy to death, he reached out while I was down in Atlanta, Georgia, at some random high school. Came and saw me play, liked what he saw, and then afterwards, more schools started to, reach out. But since he was just the first school to really give me a chance to showcase my ability at the next level, at a high level at that. So, and then in Coach Bischel's office, he laid out everything, said all the right things, and it was a no-brainer. Cincinnati is, I compare it a lot to St. Louis, which is where I'm from. The city, the people, the everything, everything around it. It's a baseball city also. So, it was just no better place to be.
And Quinton, you're from Olathe, Kansas, not too far from Kansas City. Same question. How did you wind up getting connected to Cincinnati?
Very similar to his. It all kind of happened by chance. So it was my last, just like his, my last tournament of my last big travel ball summer before our senior year. And Coach Tom Winsky just happened to be walking into a ballpark up in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And he happened to see me hit a home run. It was super early in the morning. He was just walking into the park, walking by our field, liked what he saw. Followed me the rest of the tournament, and I drove home to Kansas City on Sunday, and then that next Tuesday morning, I was on a flight out here for an official visit. So it all happened really fast, super late. I was a late bloomer, I would say, in the recruiting world. Some guys commit really early. I happened to commit really late, but I'm so glad I did. My official visit, I fell in love with this place, fell in love with the coaching staff. Like Derrick said, they laid everything out for me, told me how they would use me in their system, and I fell in love. I was hooked.
You both got to play quite a bit as freshmen on Bearcat team that went to the NCAA tournament. You both homered in NCAA tournament games. What did you think of your freshman year, and what did you learn last year in that first year as a Bearcat?
My first year, it felt really long. It just felt like January to June felt like a year in itself. And it was a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and people that knew the behind the scenes will tell you it wasn't easy, that transition from high school to college. But we figured out a way to get through it, and by we, I mean, my peers, the people I trusted around me, my family back home, and Coach Bischel and all the coaching staff. And it was a long road, but I definitely feel like I learned a lot And I think that's a main reason for our success this year is that last year we were put like basically thrown in the deep end, and being able to get out of that and having some success with that is definitely a reason for our success this year.
Quinton, how about your freshman year?
Yeah, same with him. It was a lot of ups and downs. I had a lot of come to college moments, come to Jesus moments, as I guess you could say, early in my freshman year. It wasn't always perfect, and I had to kind of learn how to navigate the college landscape when it comes to baseball. And it was hard at first. It was really hard. But once I kind of got the swing of things, I could see that the coaches had a little bit more trust in me. So I was like, if they're putting trust in me, I got to put trust in them. And then that confidence piece started to come around later in the season, and we were rolling from there. Playing good baseball, connecting with all my teammates a little bit more. And like I said, just playing good baseball all the way into a regional.
The tournament bid last year was Cincinnati's first at-large bid since the 1970s. You guys are in great shape to go back this year. I think it's pretty much a lock that you'll be back in the NCAA tournament this year. What were those tournament experiences like? Because the intensity level definitely goes up. Quinton, you start on this.
Yeah. The NCAA tournament was unreal for me at first. Started off against Wake Forest down at Tennessee. So obviously the park wasn't quite packed out. There was a lot of people there, but it wasn't anything like that Tennessee game in the winners bracket there after we beat Wake Forest. I mean, the atmosphere down there is electric. SEC baseball is something else, and having all this, it's like 6,000 fans screaming at you and wanting you to fail as bad as you can is something else. So yeah, it was really cool to play there. Fortunately, we lost the game, but getting to experience something like that was really cool.
Derrick?
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. With all those fans screaming at you, it was definitely something surreal. I said in another video somewhere that the catch at Tennessee the celebration was strictly for the fans because of how much they were talking. So they definitely can get in your head a little bit, but overall the experience was definitely something great. Like being able to play in front of that many people, that's something that you dream about. So yeah, it was definitely a surreal experience.
64 teams make the tournament, 16 advance to the Super Regionals, 8 make it to the College World Series in Omaha. What's the goal? What's the dream this year?
The dream is always Omaha. I feel like if you're a team and you're going into a season not shooting for Omaha, you're not going for the right things. So I definitely feel like as a team mentally, we're definitely striving for Omaha, but that's not the message in the locker room. Obviously we got to take it one game at a time, play 10 games baseball, and just, control the controllables is what Coach Bishop likes to say.
Quinton?
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, you grow up, I went to Omaha quite a bit, go watch the College World Series. I remember watching those old Cal State Fullerton teams, those TCU teams, 2010s, and all those squads, Oregon State. And you grow up wanting to be in their shoes. And now that we have the opportunity here at Cincinnati to do the same thing, I mean, you don't play D1 baseball and not want to go to Omaha. So that's something that I've personally wanted to work towards. I know that's something that our entire team has also wanted to work towards. And if we keep playing good baseball, the opportunities are endless. We can make it all the way to Omaha. We can win the whole thing.
All right, let's talk about these crazy sophomore years that you guys are having. Yeah. Derrick, I'll start with you. I think you've been on SportsCenter more than Scott Van Pelt for your crazy catches this year, including a couple where you've reached up over the wall and snatched home runs away from the opposition. Any kid that puts on a glove dreams of making that catch. I think a lot of us practice on smaller walls, trying to get up over the wall and snatch the ball away. What have those moments been like, and what's the response been like when you've shown up on SportsCenter?
I think now, the biggest thing is it's expected from me, and that was definitely the goal from the beginning of the season. I want to be expected to make those tough catches, to help the team out, and that's one thing that I love to experience too is the celebration with my teammates, knowing that they were the only people in the ballpark that had full faith that I was going to come down with that. So that's definitely the biggest part. But as far as the success goes, I mean, just trying the biggest thing for me is just coming to the field trying to be the same person. Never letting the highs get too high or the lows get too low. Understanding that it's a game and that I've prayed to be in moments like this all the time. So just continuing to thank God for putting me in these situations that I prayed for, and living in the moment is definitely the biggest thing.
Quinton, what's it been like to spin around at first base, watch a high drive deep toward the right field wall, and see this guy steal a home run from the opposition?
Yeah, I think I can't remember. It was either the BYU catch you had, or there was another catch where you made here at home. But I think my reaction says it all. I think when he caught it, he jumped up and jumped really high, and I jumped at the same time, threw my hands up in the air. Yeah, every single time he makes one of those catches, it's just like you see him going for it, and when you see he really has a chance to get it, it's like, oh, he's gonna catch it. It's just like an automatic out if you hit it towards his area, and it's really cool to kind of have that behind you, especially I know the pitchers love it too. But yeah, it's really cool to see him make all those acrobatic catches, because I know I can't do that. So seeing him be able to do that is it's really cool.
That BYU catch, you didn't reveal right away that you had it. I think you tortured the BYU fans with a few seconds of hesitation.
I went back and watched it on Synergy just to see everybody's reactions. You can see like when I caught it, you can see when I was like celebrating it, and then you can see when I threw the ball in. So seeing the separate reactions was definitely hilarious to me. I know as soon as I caught it and when I came down, the bullpen was the only people in the stadium that knew. Even the people behind me, behind the fence, didn't know. But the bullpen immediately started celebrating, and that's who I was looking at and yelling at. But it was great. It's always fun to see the reactions afterwards.
And Quinton, this has been a record-setting season for you. You've got 25 home runs to date. That is 2 more than the previous UC single-season record. You got off to this crazy start this year. 15 homers in the first 20 games, I believe. And so all of us started talking about, wow, is he going to break the UC record? What was that like for you, having that focus on that number for such a long time?
Yeah, it was really cool. First half of the season for me was very unreal, I guess you could say. It was really cool to have my teammates around me, supporting me, pushing me on, and hitting all those home runs. We were having success in those first 20 games, and we were like 19-5 at one point, and we were rolling. Kind of slowed down towards the second half of the season, but my teammates never lost faith in me. My coaches never lost faith in me, and most importantly, my family never lost faith in me. I never lost faith in myself. Maybe the confidence wavered a little bit there, but I always knew the ball player that I was, and so did the coaching staff, and it just kind of got back to that. And I still feel like I'm hitting the ball hard and might not be leaving the ballpark as much, but it's still going over every once in a while. So any way I can help the team win, hit the ball hard. If it goes over the fence, good. If not, then I'll take a single when I can.
You broke Mike Spina's school record in a road game at Oral Roberts. That's Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Correct.
3 hours from home, maybe for you. Is that correct? From where you're from?
Correct. About 3.5. Yep.
So who was there to see it?
Yeah. So my mom and dad were both there to see it. My travel ball coach, Dustin Loggins, he played in the Diamondbacks organization, and his wife Morgan were there to see it. We became really close friends with them. And then the owners of my travel ball organization back home, Chad and Marcy Earwood, they were there to see it. We've become really close with them. Their son Ty plays at Southeastern Missouri. He's a pitcher there. Come really close with them. So for all of them, all those people that have supported me throughout my life, to get to see that was really cool.
And then a few days later, you hit a game-winning homer on the road at Kansas State. Again, very close to where you're from.
Yeah.
What was that thrill like?
That was even better because there was more people there. So to witness that and to get to experience that with me. Yeah, that was awesome. Something about going home to my home state and hitting home runs. It's just kind of in my DNA. So yeah, I like it. Kind of sticking it to them. They never recruited me. So kind of seeing like, hey, this is what you missed out on was really cool. And then you get to do it in a Cincinnati Bearcats uniform is really cool.
Derrick, I do not want to neglect your bat because you're hitting better than 350 as we do this. Your on-base percentage is about 450. You've got a couple of game-winning home runs in the 9th inning this year. What's been the key for you offensively this year?
Do not look at your average. That was the first thing that I promised myself, that don't get caught up in the statistics. Focus on trying, like, be process oriented, if that makes sense. Coach Bishop talks about it. We kind of joke about it in the locker room a little bit, but I take it a little bit seriously offensively, because I feel like, being in love with the process got me here, as far as being in the weight room and, working with my dad and, all the off seasons. The process is what got me here. So why leave it when it's time to, showcase the ability. So, obviously you say not look at your average as a joke, but, being serious, like, hey, I don't really care about what's going on up there. Are my at-bats good? Am I getting the barrel to the ball? Am I on time for the fastball? Just little things like that will lead to success. So just putting trust in who I am and my hard work is just the only thing I can do.
How literal is that? So when your average is up on the board, do you even look at that? Do you try to ignore seeing it?
You avoid trying to look at it for sure. Obviously, it may catch the eye sometimes, but you don't really pay attention to it. Like, you're not looking for it, so it's not stained in your memory. When it does catches your eye, you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's get back to it.
You mentioned your dad. Was he your trainer growing up?
Yes. He's he owns his own gym back in St. Louis. He's a sports performance trainer, trains some of the highest level athletes to come out of St. Louis. So being a part of that and being in the gym with those guys is just something that I think also influenced my work ethic. Seeing those guys work out at a high level, I want that. So why not work just as hard as those guys? They're from where I'm from. They're in the same gym as me. Like, I have that shot too. So that was definitely some inspiration.
Who did you catch the bug from at an early age to play this sport?
Yeah, so that was my brother. My brother Wesley. He's out in Denver now. He's an architectural engineer. Really smart guy, but growing up, he played baseball as well. Watching him play baseball when I was 3, 4, 5 years old really wanted me to get in the game. He was number 25, and I kind of stole his number. So credit to him for that one. But yeah, just growing up watching him and his teammates, I would go out to his games, bring my glove, bring my bat in case they needed an extra player. And then finally my parents got me into baseball, and it was never looked back from there. Fell in love with it when I was super little, and played it all the way through elementary, middle, and high school, and it took off.
I'm glad you mentioned your number, 25. You're a big right-handed home run hitting first baseman. I wondered if maybe it was a Mark McGwire tribute, but it's your brother that you got 25 from?
It's my brother for sure. Yeah. Mark McGwire, he was a guy I kind of looked up to when I was younger, hitting all those home runs, but I wouldn't say I gave him the credit for the 25. All respect to Mark McGwire, great hitter, but no, definitely my brother Wesley for the number.
You wear the number 42. Major League Baseball players can't wear that anymore. It is retired league-wide for Jackie Robinson, but college players obviously can wear 42. Is that why you wear it?
Yes, that is definitely 1,000% why I chose number 42. Also, my favorite number is 3. So when I first applied here, obviously I asked for 3, but I knew the significance in 42. But 3 was just like as a freshman, a 1-digit number would be crazy. But 42 was definitely Jackie Robinson was the main reason that I chose to wear that number. Also, to fill the shoes of Dalton Piercing, which was the first DP in the program before I got here. So that was also pretty cool.
So as I mentioned, looks like the Bearcats are headed back to the NCAA tournament for the second year in a row. This is year 3 for the program under Jordan Bischel. Bearcat fans have gotten accustomed to the expression Bischel ball. You were recently part of his 100th win in 3 years as Cincinnati's head coach. When somebody says Bischel ball, how would you define it, Derrick?
Bischel ball is real, and I think it's just a game. I think it's a reminder that baseball is still a game. Bischel ball is played with energy, enthusiasm, and excitement, and there will be no other team in any ballpark that has more fun than any team that Jordan Bischel is over. That's what Bischel ball is. Bischel ball is simply just having fun, playing the game the right way.
The 3 E's.
Yes, the 3 E's.
Quinton, how about your definition of Bischel ball?
Yeah, I think he explained it perfectly. I'll add on to a little bit. I think it's being able to beat you in different ways. We're not going to just beat you with the long ball. We're not just going to beat you with dominant pitching. We have the ability to do that, but we have the ability to beat you in so many different ways. And then you get those little bee stings with the bunt that just hurt and they nag you. And they're just like, man, that sucked. But then those moments build up over time, and we just keep beating you down with all sorts of ways that we can score, we can defend, and having that versatility under Bischel ball, I think, is what really makes us succeed.
Your most recent series was on the road at Kansas State. Your mom was there, and she was interviewed on the telecast of the game on Mother's Day. And she said that she was excited for you because you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that's the case at Cincinnati?
I think just the success I've had here, and then the way that everyone has made my family, not just me, feel at home when they come here. My parents try to get out here as much as possible, and they have felt at home every single time they've come here, whether it's the other players' parents whether it's the ushers in the stadium, whether it's our local servers at the restaurants. Everyone makes them feel like they're in the right place. And I think that couldn't be more true to me and to my parents.
Does that apply to you, Derrick?
I think that like 100%. Because like I said earlier, the main reason of me choosing here was how similar it was back at home. So for the people to be the same way, I mean, that's obviously just a plus at that point. And I think my family, if they're happy, I'm happy. So for them to understand, to love the place that I'm at and understand that, I'm down here living by myself. And if I'm comfortable, then they're comfortable. So we're all just on the same page.
You guys have a couple of teammates from last year that were drafted and are playing professionally in the minor leagues. Has that become a realistic goal in your minds for yourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. Ever since I was little, I wanted to play Major League Baseball. And now that I am playing good baseball at the D1 level and seeing that that's a legit possibility to go play professional baseball, it's all I want to work for, besides winning ball games here. Do that first and then hopefully get drafted after next season. With the Bearcats. It's a legit possibility, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to do as much as I can to make it come true.
Okay.
Yeah, 1,000%. I haven't really thought about it as much recently, given, I'm just trying to win ball games here. But I definitely, go back to Little League me and just understanding how much fun I had playing the game because I wanted to be in the major leagues and envisioning myself in big league stadiums, playing video games like the show. Putting myself and Roach of the show in the game. So it's just, you go back to those memories. And then when you think of how real it actually is and how much of a possibility it can be, you definitely thank God for that, for sure.
Quinton, I know you've mentioned that in addition to the goal of playing Major League Baseball someday, you would also like to become a pilot. Where did this interest in aviation come from?
Yeah, that's all credit to my Nana. She's my grandma on my mom's side. We just call her Nana. She would pick me up from preschool when I was younger, and there's a little executive airport 10 minutes from my house and there in Kansas, and we would go there, sit in another control tower and watch airplanes take off, just little small private planes, but my love for aviation grew then, and I was fortunate enough to travel a lot when I was younger, so always being on airplanes, going to huge big airports and seeing all the different types of planes from all over the place just made me fall in love with aviation. And I love the feeling of taking off in an airplane. It's one of my favorite things outside of hitting the baseball hard. So that kind of sparked when I was younger. And as I got older, I realized there's something after baseball. I can't always just play baseball for the rest of my life. And hopefully I can play for as long as I can, all the way into my 40s, hopefully. But there is something after that. And I definitely want to become a pilot when all that's said and done.
There's something called a discovery flight where you're allowed to take the controls of a plane. You've
Correct.
done that, correct?
I have, yes. My girlfriend Bella, for my birthday back in August, she bought me one flight hour, a discovery flight, out of an airport over on the Cincinnati, the west side. And I got to fly over. It was on a Saturday game day for football, so it was cool to fly over campus and see everything going on down there. And it was a big shout out to my girlfriend Bella for that. Definitely gonna have to take my second flight hour discovery flight. Definitely gonna have to do that again, and then hopefully start the training process while I'm still playing baseball. That was a really fun thing to do for sure.
Derrick, have you given much thought to life after baseball? Hopefully, many years down the road.
I have. I've thought about it a little bit, especially with Q and all the other guys. But in my mind, I really just want, I'm a big family guy. So afterwards, I just want to spend as much time as I can with family. Like this time, baseball and traveling drives me away from a lot of the people that I've obviously hung around at home and the family that I love so dearly. And I definitely just want to spend time with them as much as I can. Have my own family, introduce my parents to their grandkids. But definitely, I see myself being a big family man, just like Coach Bishop.
So we've got a St. Louis guy and a guy roughly from Kansas City. Those are rivals in some professional sports. Did you two guys, have a little beef to begin with, or how did you develop a friendship?
I don't want to talk about sports.
I would say whenever the Royals and Cardinals get brought up, there's a little bit of rough tension, especially what happened in the '85 World Series. You know,
Just a little bit.
Game 6. You know, we won't talk about that too
How do you know
much.
about the '85 World Series?
I know everything about the '85 World Series. No, we don't talk about that Game 6. Game 7 was good for me, not for him. But I think he's fine. What happened in the 2000s and 2010s with all those World Series when I was suffering. But luckily, the 2014 and 15 teams were good. But yeah, he's a Cardinals fan. He's just fine. He can get over that '85 World Series.
Yeah.
Do you feel the need to respond?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll let him have that one.
So Cincinnati had a football player for the last several years, Dante Corleone, the Godfather. And there's a restaurant on the west side of town, Bucketheads, that came out with the Godfather burger. It was an NIL collaboration. He got a bit of the proceeds from every burger sold. And now there is the Coates Crusher.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Tell
that's
me
it.
about your burger at Bucketheads.
Yeah. So my burger, it's a super simple burger. My dad told me from Kansas City I got to make a barbecue theme, but I was like, I want that thing to sell good, so I want to keep it simple. Simple sticks with people. So yeah, it's a double smash burger with American cheese on it. It's got bacon, cold red onion, lettuce, and then it's got their signature ketchup mayo style sauce on a nice bun, and it comes with their house-made Saratoga chips and some barbecue sauce on the side, and it's really good. It's selling pretty well right now. I actually went over there last night on Monday night and got it. I guess I was doing some signature event there, and got to meet a bunch of people and let people try the burger, and it was a really cool thing. But yeah, get over to Bucketheads. It's a great place. Tom Scott's a great guy. So get over there, try the burger. It's great hospitality, and it's a good time.
I've had the Godfather, so I'll have to try the Coates Crusher. Has he been recruiting teammates to come out and try his burger?
Not recently. I'm definitely gonna have to get over there and try it. I'm gonna be completely honest with him. So if I like it, I'm gonna tell you. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you.
Hopefully you do.
I'm gonna like it.
It's good.
I mean,
It's good.
basic smash burger with
We like similar things, so I should.
Yeah, you'll like it.
So the final home games of the regular season are coming up. There's a chance you could play NCAA tournament action at home. That might be a slim chance, but in any case, you got this big series coming up to wrap up the regular season. What has crowd support been like? What has the atmosphere been like at your home games this year?
I loved it. This year has been night and day compared to last year. Not saying that last year was bad by any means. We actually had some pretty good crowds. But this year has just been a little bit more consistent, and seeing the love that the fans have been bringing to the games, the energy that they bring to the games. It's been great to see. And also just understanding that, we're winning a little bit more now. So it's not just they're coming to support us, like they're coming to watch a pretty good game and a pretty good squad get after it. So that's just the biggest thing with us. Like the more people that are at the games, it kind of hypes us up a little bit more. So if you guys can get out there, that would just be, amazing for us. And it gives us that extra edge. It's definitely the 10th man in the lineup for sure.
Quinton?
Yeah, our home games have been great. The fans have been electric, especially the student sections. The UC Ruckus has really taken it up a notch this year for sure. Both sides of the stadium are packed out all the way down the lines. Especially that West Virginia series was awesome. Having the band there. They're doing more initiatives like that. Having more themed nights, getting people out to the games is really cool. And then having both of our families be able to come as well to see the games at home is really cool. So yeah, the home games and the home crowd has been great this year. And it's really cool to play behind.
It's been fun for us to watch. Congratulations on a great season to date. You guys have been two major reasons why Cincinnati has a chance to set the school record for most wins in a season. We certainly hope that happens. Continued success to you, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.